individuals win trophies, but teams win champions. So this one is going to go to Omega in Malawi, the first one to complete her area reports. And this area reports also counts to your area being a distinguished area. So we want to encourage as well the incoming area directors to visit your clubs, support your clubs, and complete your area reports. They will be here in 2 weeks' time. And then we've got Area H2 as the most inspirational area. Why do we say that? You could say, but yeah, Area H2 is always president distinguished, all the clubs are always president distinguished. It's one of those areas that say we know they're not going to let us down. They just keep on continue the legacy of success. Therefore, congratulations, Area H2, for being the most inspirational area. And Bryanston breakfast is under Area H. Well done. Area H4 as well, the most inspirational area. They also had their own challenges, but year in and year out, they always achieve their president distinguished. So we congratulate them and we say continue being a great area. So I do expect Chabu to be coming up and down next year if you're going to have something like this, because now he's collecting on behalf of Tando. So we hope that next year it will be the same. Alright, Ascension Toastmasters Club. On Toastmasters history, there is a history list of about the progress of each club for the past 10 years. So you will find maybe in the past 5 years this club had more members, had less members. In the past 10 years this club were president distinguished, elect distinguished. So there is a graph and the stats which are compared to the entire district, the entire Toastmasters all over the world. And when I looked at those reports, I found out that Accenture was the club with the most increased membership comparison year in 2018 and year in 2019. Therefore, from last year, they've increased in numbers compared to this year. So well done to Accenture, well done to Rick and Kirsten for supporting Accenture. I'm new to this. We're learning, aren't we? Alright, Rivonia as well, the club with the most increased membership comparison, year end 2018 and year end 2019. That is H4. So in Toastmasters, everything is about the member. Everything is about you and I and your development. That's why we encourage you to have members. Alright, and then the most improved area is Area H5. Area H5, we had also like example Accenture. You've seen how Accenture has grown. And Woodlands Club was one of those clubs that on the dashboard, on the stairs, they were sitting on 0. They went from 0 to 10 in a short period of time. So that was very heroic, and that contributed to making Area H5 the most improved area. So please go to and apologize to Rick for those of you who were saying, no, this man is bothering us, he's always on our case. Alright, again, Woodlands Office Park, Toastmasters Club, again, is the club that we're sitting on 0, and now they are on President Distinguished. Well done, this is very heroic. Very heroic. is called heroes. Therefore, when you hear hero, that's what we mean by when Woodlands moves from 0 to hero. Alright, and area H3 would be for God, the most resilient area. I was area director for this area. It was very challenging because first of all, I was from H2. H2 is my home area, and I had to move to a new area and had to meet all the people, introduce them and start. But we had a lot of challenges where one of our clubs, they relocated, moved somewhere else, and you know, that poses a challenge. And most of us, we come here because it's close to our area. Just imagine one day Woodlands moves to Kempton Park. You're not gonna go, right? Therefore, so we also want to encourage Garth to continue making sure that area H3 continues to stand, and we've got now coaches in 2 of the clubs to ensure that everything is going well. In H2 and other divisions, the other areas, there's no much need of coaches, but this area had 2 clubs that needed coaches. Even Deloitte needed a coach at some point, but now they have exactly done so much better than they were before. So they are very resilient. We are not giving up. So we congratulate them for that. All right. Therefore, so we've got this next one for Omega Mwanzo. She is in Malawi, and she is actually our incoming division director. You can already see that she is a star. And in her area, she's got all her clubs, president distinguished. She's all up in the lights. So we'll give it to her when she comes down. All right, and remember, the area directors have, like I mentioned, have a lot of clubs, a lot of work. It's not just to complete area reports and support you. They also have to start a whole new club. Find 20 members, get them to pay their dues, and get that club starting and running in area H2. Enias Chingwe, area H2. So you actually started a new club, which was Spa Southern DC Club. Enias, congratulations. Unfortunately, due to the alignment, it is on that side in Boxburg. That club, we're going to donate it to the other areas. And we know that they will look after it. If they don't, we're gonna, I'm kidding. All right, and then area H4 as well. Business Engage have also started a new club. That is now, yeah, Chamus. Up there in Malawi, so that is Omega, and they've got another one about to charter, so congratulations to them. And as a division, Division H, our goal, our minimum objective was to start 2 clubs, and we started 3. Actually, we just said, no, okay, let's donate the 4th one to the incoming committee, give them a kickstart. Therefore, congratulations to area H1 as well. And then we've got a mentor of the year. This Keith Bowen is our immediate past district director, and he was my mentor. And throughout the year, we've had meetings, we sat together, and he was the one guiding me, giving me advice, and telling me those things that I don't like to hear, telling me the truth straight up in my face. And it was sore sometimes, but I was learning and I was growing. And he sacrificed his time to come all the way from, I think he stays in Randburg, to Midrand, to help me grow and help us grow as a division. Therefore, as well, we are top division, we are standing on shoulders. So he's a member of Transformers, Speech Quest. Who's gonna? Transformers is in 4. So can we... So these are the people behind the scenes that help us to be where we are today. And Dimitri Grekas as well, Mentor of the Year. Because I'm such a difficult nut, I had to have two people to channel me correctly. Therefore, Dimitri as well was also coming in the meetings throughout the year to guide me, correct me where I'm wrong, and tell me those things that I don't like to hear. And he was very instrumental because he was the immediate past division director. He just walked the journey and he continued to support me through that, being mentored. So that's that. Oh. All right, and then we've got Deloitte as well, Toastmasters. Deloitte, Talk Up Toastmasters is also about adding new members, and Deloitte was one of the clubs that needed a coach. However, now they don't need a coach anymore, so they're standing on their own 2 feet. And we want to say, congratulations, you've got your members, and continue doing the good work that you are. Stage 3. All right, and then area H4, area that was exemplary. Area H4 was the area that was the first one actually to charter a new club. And there is also nominations that go out to district level for area director of the year. And this area was the people that participated in nominating their area director and writing wonderful messages about their area director and thanking their area director for the work that they've done. So well done for being And as part of leadership, it's very important that you thank your team and you show appreciation for the things that do. So I was very proud of Area H4 for doing that. Alright, so now these are the people that are actually working behind the scenes, like our mentors, to make sure that our division is the best division. When we raise our hand and say we need help, and they offer themselves, they come to say, can we help, can we do? So they supported us with passion. So that is Andriette from SAP. They've given us their venue to run our cart. We had about 100 people and they've opened up their venue and we didn't have to pay anything. They even offered us their cutlery and so on. So we really do appreciate them for doing that. That is Andriette and Simon Carpenter. And Linda is there as well. I'm sure he is there for you. Alright, no, it's fine. I mean, just... I'll probably find it at the end. And then we've got Ian. Alright, so Ian Brett is not a member of Division H. He's a member of Division I. And he's the one that helped us to start Spa Southend Toastmasters. He's the one that came and delivered the presentations to the staff there, and they bought into the Toastmasters Club and the company. Therefore, remember, as Toastmasters, it's not about, it's our division. We help each other where we can. Therefore, we want to also recognize him for doing that. And we've also started a club in Malawi. When I was in Malawi earlier this year, Karen Levi-Strauss, she actually dialed in at the meeting that we had at Standard Bank Malawi, when the CEO was there, and that also helped us get buy-in so we can charter a club at Standard Bank Malawi. So we thank him for that. Most people don't know. That's why we bring it out to say, you see Karen, she's very quiet here, but behind the scenes, she's a great leader. So we thank you for that. And then Marcus as well. Marcus is also, he was a member of Division H, but then I always phone him on the side and he does some things for us and then he helps us. And then one of the cabinet members found out that he was helping us, said, no, we are overworking him, but he was willing to help us. Therefore, he supported us. And then cabinet as well, they've always consistently supported us, even though sometimes we got a bit of hidings here and there, but they wanted to see us succeed, so we thank them for that. And then Kirsten Bosworth as well, she was coached for Accenture, and Kirsten as well, you phone her, you ask her for a favor, and she jumps up and she gets it done. So we really appreciate her as well. And Mark O'Don is our past division director as well. She's always supported us, always supported me, phoning me, sending me WhatsApp messages. And she's the one that actually convinced me to become division director. I was like, no. So no, go for it. And I did, so thank you. And then Elaine was our Division H chief judge when we had our contest. And what happened with, she also organized a judges workshop, and people had to pay 50 rands to attend the judges workshop. And we had some money left over from that. So when we had a Division H contest, we didn't have any money. It's like, no, wait, we've got money from the judges workshop. We can use that money. So then we had a successful contest when she kept our money for us. Thank you. And then James Chioma Tumia is also from Malawi. He's the one as well who supported us in starting a club at Standard Bank, Malawi. Remember, without these people, we would not have any club. We would not be President Distinguished. We will not be Top Division of the Year. Therefore, he was very instrumental in that. And then those are the people with passion. And then we will also ask the people to say, what do you think, which was the contest that went well, that was well organized? It was Division H, which was done at PWC. That was for Garth Thompson. And supposed to be called 2I, apologies. Alright, this is the best organized club officer training of the year. I must tell you, it takes a lot of work to put a club officer training together. It takes a lot of teamwork. And we had originally booked a venue at PWC, and a week before, 7 days, PWC said they're not going to be able to host us. Imagine you've all signed up, you've all cancelled all your other plans, and you're coming. And Enya's magic wand, what do you call this thing? Waved his magic wand, and voila, and there was another venue, perfect venue, state of the art. He made sure that he doesn't let you down. And thank you for that. Congratulations on the best card. And one time I was here, I parked my car there. We had a meeting here at night as the division council, me and my phenomenal 5. And when I left, I found that I had a car puncture. And guess what? Who I called? I'm done with Toastmasters. That was a Toastmasters meeting. And then he came, he changed my tire, and I went back home. Is it everyone? Oh, yes. All right. So for the division hero, this is a person that if you ask her anything last minute, whenever, she will gladly do it. Linda has saved me over and over and over again. The certificates, I was like, yo, Linda, yo, please, one last thing. But she doesn't mind. Therefore, we have given Linda the Division H Hero of the Year. She represented us as district, as the top Toastmaster of the year above all, and even our division from day one. She has supported us consistently and continually. She's in area H3. Who's going to take for area H3? It's the pile there. She said, I spoke to her yesterday, I was with her, she said she could make it. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it today. Therefore, we'll pass it down to her. Yes. And thank you for Bryanston Breakfast for your most vivacious, varied meeting. and hosting us on this lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm looking forward to your success as a club and looking forward to the success of the area directors. I now dismiss all the area directors from all their duties. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. Yes, so we've got club emissaries. Club emissaries is if you visit other clubs and you give feedback on your experience. These goes to the division directors district just to come and help you, and to the president as well. And the president will go through this and try and see how we can better your meeting or what worked extremely well. And I will only call the ones that I hear that I see. Or should I just give? Okay, Dimitri is in H3. She's also in H2. Can we have a badge for Dimitri? H2. You come say to them. Oh, she's shy. Alright, and then Kamuda, H2. And then Mutezo, H2. Honest, H2. Wow, it's H2, H2, H2. They're gonna think we are biased. We are not biased. Congratulations. I saw someone with a badge. Then you can look like them. Who had a club emissary badge? Can they stand? Let's see the badge. How does it look? Wow, well done. Yes, yes. Well done. Kirsten and Linda, Nongoma and Judith Tyler. Judith was also a member at Transformers and now she's a member at Marisa. That's why she's here. This is for the year 2018-2019. Yes.
This is the first one.
Oh, all right.
Let's see, so like you should have many.
Yes.
Well, I failed them.
And Sean is from Morningside and Tanya Rivonia. I think these ones I'll give them to the area directors when I see them. That concludes my assignment for this afternoon.
Thank you.
How are you doing for time? How are you doing for time?
1 over.
1 minute over.
No, well over.
Oh, excellent. Here's the light.
I had it on.
Audrey, again, thank you for asking, and we're happy to oblige, and nice to hear the names of people we should maybe tap into. Okay, so on the last stretch of the morning, the book Factfulness, as I mentioned at the beginning, he offers 10 reasons why we have these misconceptions about the world. Thank you. The first of the 10 reasons given is called the gap instinct. It's the misconception that the world is divided into two groups. And if you're looking at a graph of that data plotted in 1965, you would be correct in making that statement. But in 2019, there are not two distinct groups. And to that particular point about the value of current data, would you be happy if your doctor was using cutting-edge research from 1965 to suggest or diagnose a treatment? No. For the most part, people's opinions on the state of the world are nothing more than unsubstantiated feelings. And they had this to say about our theme: it's so easy to get caught up in all the negative sentiments. All it takes is a change in perspective. The theme is positive and will force us all to have a look at the glass half full. I'm super excited about the journey ahead with the theme, which has, gosh, it's super broad, about sharing more on the contents of the book, which I'm committed to sharing with you as we go throughout the year. Some, none, or all of it, which might resonate, but it seems like a worthwhile source to spend my time on. Our meeting awards. I do need to recognise somebody who's new in the room for us today, who is the successor to our Area H2 Division Director, area Director, beg your pardon, Maud, who will be addressing us at a future meeting. But can I bother you just to please hand over 2 awards for us today? Would you mind joining me? Thank you. So we're going to do Best Evaluator first. If we can have a drum roll. One is Tanya. Yes, please. Well done, Tanya. Drum roll for Best Speaker. Tsecho.
Congratulations.
I had a couple of genies in mind. And there was one that stood out a bit more than the others. And it goes to a member who perhaps has to tap into his greater bravery than most of us every time she stands up here. That's the one reason I'd like to give her this today. And the other one is that she put up her hand for a committee role and has specifically requested that which most of us don't want to do, which is take phone calls from prospective people. She has said, I want to be the person who speaks to people. So this genie goes to Anne. Okay, we're now on a point. I've got a couple of things to share, but would anybody like to share anything on a point?
This is the most important one. Okay.
Short and sweet.
Hello Toastmasters, so on the 3rd of August, we've got our court happening at SAP. Please register and attend. It's not only limited to the committee members, even the members that are not in the committee can also attend and learn more and grow as Toastmasters and as leaders. So register and be part of it. Thank you.
It's free of charge.
It's free of charge.
And good snacks.
Yes. Thanks, Elias. Importantly, about our next meeting on July the 27th, the club has something larger going on that day, and have asked if we could please find an alternative home for that morning. Adrian has very kindly secured us a venue at the Douglasdale Retirement Village. We will share all that information with you. It's not significantly further away than this venue, so I hope it won't put you off attending. Same time to start and end, slightly different breakfast. We'll share all that stuff with you. I think that's... No, I feel like I've missed something out. No, I haven't. Anything else anybody would just like to share just because they would like to voice anything? No. Thank you again.
I need my
Oh,
PPE. I do need my
I
PPE.
beg your
for
pardon.
the action.
Please, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Can I? Right, so as you guys know, 2 weeks ago I decided I'm going to do the call to action in every meeting and encourage our members to please help me fill roles for the following meeting to make my job easier. I would just like to make note, Hamza, thank you very much for taking on our counter first time in our club. You did an excellent job, thank you. And to our speakers, thank you so much for taking the time to write your speeches, share with us, stand up here. Amazingly, thank you very much. And to all our other role players, I do appreciate your help and support. So, for our next meeting, which is 2 weeks away, can I have speakers, please? Right, Kobus, Lucinda, Mandy, Adrian.
Fortune and a name.
Fortune, and Lucinda. Right, can I have a... Hello? Yes, we will play with it. Thank you very much, that is awesome. Can we please have a Toastmaster?
I'm not a member.
Mr. President,
Okay, what I'll
we
do is,
didn't
if
see
there are
you
too
for a
many
long
speakers,
time.
then I will move to Toastmaster.
I might be a member.
I said, Mr. President, we didn't see you Toastmaster for a long time, Mr. Past President, because you were fulfilling such an amazing role. He's going to swear at me soon. Okay, timekeeper. Anybody? Timekeeper. This is a lovely role for a new member.
I can do that as well. Yeah, I can do that.
We
I am going to sign up
tried
after
to.
this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
that counts. I'm not in the...
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Peter. Appreciate. Right, and we are looking for a table topic master, please. Tanya, hands up. You're not going to make our next meeting?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I am, but I don't want to do that.
Would you like to take the grammarian or counter?
Okay,
Which one?
I can do that all combined. I'm happy.
Which one did you do last?
I did both of them at the same time last time.
Which one do you prefer?
She did recently.
So then
oh,
she has
counter.
to do table topics.
Table
You did
topics.
such an awesome job the last time.
No,
I've
thank
still
you.
got my print.
No, thank you. You're
Yeah.
enough we good.
Pressure here.
I know.
Mr. President, would you like to be our evaluation chair for our next meeting? Right. Tambo? Hello. Would you like to do table topics? Not, oh, Dino? Johan?
Inez,
Oh, and okay, we'll put on there.
Johan or Inez? Inez.
Well, Anne, would you like to be a grammarian for us, please? Have you done grammarian role? No. Would you like to do that, please? Thank you so much. Yeah, but we might, it's fine, we've got enough on those days. Thank you, and I will be seeking some evaluators from our members or outside members, and our Sergeant in Arms and registration. I'll be rotating those roles. So thank you very much. I now hand back over to our President to close the meeting, and I apologize for our time over. Thank you.
Speakers on the list. Happy days. Okay, we are late. My apologies, but we, incorporated a very special time. Thank you. Happy day, and I call the meeting to a close.